Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So this is one of my 10-gallon aquariums. Currently has some guppies, some platies, and these emerald green Corydoras, 4 of these big ones. And I'm about to do a water change, and while I do that, I'm going to be collecting these Corydoras because I'm going to move them to my 84-gallon tank. So just recently I added 6 of these to the 84-gallon tank. I got those not too long ago, and they were in a quarantine tank for a while, and finally moved them in here. And with that, I've had these other Corydoras, these big ones. I've had these for quite a while. They've been in this 10-gallon tank, the oldest over 4 years, and the original 2 I got over 4 years ago, and the others like 3 years ago. So yeah, they've been in here for a long time. They've been doing great the whole time, but now that I have my 6-foot tank and decided to have emerald green Corydoras in it, I'll add these 4 to join the 6 smaller ones in there, and just a bigger group of them, and I think it'll look cool with some of these bigger ones with the smaller ones. So yeah, so I'm going to do a water change on this tank while I'm in there. I'm going to collect them and move them to the 6-foot 84-gallon tank. Alright, so I got all 4 Corydoras. And check this out, Corydoras hanging out nearby, and a Corydoras shrimp got snatched up in the process. So I did add some Corydoras shrimp in here, maybe half dozen or so, a while back when I moved some of the other fish. Haven't really seen them. I think it's been at least a week since I last saw one. Just happened to see one scurrying by, but they are either hiding or possibly gotten eaten. There's not much plant cover for shrimp to hide, but there's enough like crevices and like the Dragonstone. Yeah, so these 4 Corydoras will acclimate, and then they will join the others, and so there'll be 10 of them. So one thing we'll notice, their color will change a bit. Like these, the ones that are in here, appear more golden just because they tend to match their environment. While they were in the 10-gallon with the black substrate, were pretty dark and near black, blending in. Yeah, so as they acclimate and I let them out, and then when we check up on the tank, I bet we'll notice they'll appear more like those. Alright, so I'm going to let them acclimate, and then we will come back and release them and check them out in their new home. Stand by. Alright, so there's one of the new Corydoras right there. As big as it is, next to the little one there. Let's really notice how big it is next to those, but yeah. So of the 4, I got 2 of them out. 2 are still in the bag. They're out acclimated. The one shrimp in there, I just scooped out with my hand, and then while I was at it, I just figured I would do that with the Corydoras too. So I'm not even going to use nets. So I'm going to try to see if I can hold my phone as I do this. No harm to the fish. And then just drop them in. Well, it's a bit awkward doing this, but I'm still able to do it. It's easier holding the bag with the other hand instead of holding the phone. I did the first two Corydoras, but there we go. So yeah, there it is. All right. So new Corydoras are in their new home. All right, they're all in here. So yeah, there's definitely a disparity in the size of them, but I think it'll be cool seeing the little ones and the big ones together. Already these ones are enjoying each other's company, it looks like. And here's a couple of the smaller ones checking out the big one. But yeah, once they get used to it, they're gonna like all the room they have in here. Going from as big as they are, going from a 10-gallon, and now you have 84 gallons here, 6 feet of space. Alright. Alright, so what about the 10-gallon that they came from? So this has had those Corydoras in here for up to, the oldest ones, as I mentioned, 4 years. I guess used to be my muck guppy tank. And then about the population dwindled down, and then a little over a year ago I started getting, kind of went on a spree of getting new fish, guppies and platies. I intended to build this up to be a muck guppy tank again, but that was before I moved, and I didn't really know that I was going to get this 40-gallon or this 40-gallon. So this is pretty much where I put most of those new fish and guppies and stuff that I got. But now I think I will let it build up a live bear population from what it is. Alright, and one other thing to check out. So this is my 10-gallon quarantine tank. These glow light tetras are going to be moved to the 84-gallon, and I ended up getting a couple black mollies, this male right here, but it's looking pretty rough. I did a full treatment with Maricin, but after 5 doses of that in over a week, it is still kind of looking rough, but it's not spreading to any of the other fish. So I think I'm going to abandon the plan of putting mollies. I'm just going to separate this black molly. I'm actually going to take it out of this quarantine tank into another quarantine tank, this little like half-gallon little tank thing that I'm going to put in. I'm going to try some aquarium salt. But I think I'm going to abandon the plan of putting the mollies in the 84-gallon. But yeah, these glow light tetras will be going in it after they are done with quarantine. So yeah. Alright. Well, that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.